happening.
And if you mentioned Jamie Dimon, so let's bring it back to Jamie and JP Morgan. What do you think is going to be the thing that they will have to change the most or lose market share and somebody else is going to be better, faster, serve their clients better than JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs?
You can just hear the bankers panicking right now.
But what
just
what
feel
line,
the panic in their voices. But here's
business that is most
well. Here's what always happens. The first thing that happens is they try to go, oh, it's nothing, and they did that. I mean, that's with every new industry, every new technology comes along. The powers that be, the incumbents, the status quo, all say it's nothing. Don't ignore the man behind the curtain. This is nothing. And then all of a sudden it's too big to get in there. You know, they're going, oh my God, I got to face this thing. And then they all line up and they wrap their arms together and they say, we're not letting this happen. And then it keeps going. And then they say, okay, well, let's sue them. Or let's go get the government.
There's another thing they do. They adopt the technology. I think.
No, that's at the end.
They will adopt this technology.
No, this is the last thing they do. No,
yeah, it's
after the press planting. They plant the press stories. They put out lawsuits. They create as much of a fuss as possible. They try to get their government friends involved. And then they go, oh, God, this thing's happening.
XRP Future Millionaire, and what an explosive way to start this update. That's from, I believe, 2018, and look at how identical to that plan, how this played out by the government, suing Ripple XRP, having the SEC sham of a case, as we lead into the ISO, and now they're talking about their own CBDCs. So, 100% on the money, and I'm going to be starting and doing more updates with factual videos that I can find that lead you in the right direction to understand why I'm so excited about XRP for this dump and for the future that XRP holds along with the ISO coins. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. It's 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I highly encourage you guys to join my Telegram, $9.99 a month. You get that Telegram free if you join Tom's Army on YouTube. We're at 188 members today. You heard that right. 188 members of Tom's Army, the highest we've been in better than 45 days. I want to thank each and every one of you for that. And also, if you join my Telegram, Crypto Mentor 99, oh yes, which he has an update out about where's the blow off the top that I watch, which is fantastic. Go take a look at that on Crypto Mentor 99's page, which is over 14,000 subscribers. He is the first YouTube streamer that's not only joined Tom's Army, but he is in my Telegram sending out knowledge to everybody in Tom's Army. So Crypto Mentor 99, I want to thank you for trying to keep our audience ahead. He had some great information on OMG the other day, and he's been talking a lot about what's going on here within the Telegram. So if you guys like Crypto Mentor 99 and want to talk to him personally, he's in my Telegram. So join the ever-growing Tom's Army. There's a reason why he joined. We're on the same page, same wavelength. He says I'm a lot smarter than him, but I defer to my older generation. So anyhow, Bitcoin. You can see what we're doing. Traps among traps among traps, ladies and gentlemen. And don't get caught playing with the wolves if you're a lonely sheep. See that volume? You have a downsloping volume again. And what happened to the price action? It goes up. Price volume action down. So now we bring down the price volume trend. And this is where I love the price volume trend, which you will see a lot more of it now that I'm going to be reincorporating. Well, I mean, it's always been here, but. So when you look at the price volume trend, you can see We went up. All right, here, let me even this page out so that we can see it better. So we came down and consolidated, and right now we're still in consolidation on this, the price volume trend. We still need to come down some as well. I don't think we're far enough down per se. If we bring this into the 4-hour time frame, it'll be easier to see what's going on down here. So I'm trying to even it out. And if you see this, this is kind of what I've come up with. And I know these lines look random, but they're not. I did that for a reason we started. We could be starting to do something like this and then kick down right into that bear pennant. And it often looks like a tornado at the end of a bear pennant. Because you have this price surge of volatility. So you had the down, up, big volume spike, down. Now we might come up a little bit. And you're going to start to do this. Unless we finally can roll over, and then you get like that M looking on the reversal, which this doesn't look good. By any means, this does not look good. And to me, it just feels like, here, let me get this out of the way. We're on a big trap. Son of a bitch. But we're on a big trap, and if we're not paying attention here, you know, to me, there's simply no reason, if you're not in the market yet, knowing that we have this huge jump, even if we go up 10, 20%, there's no reason to be in this market. The XRP Future Millionaire is fully liquidated. I had a fantastic, spectacular last 30 days. Up over $6,500 in my account now, but I'm fully liquidated. Up better than 440% over the last year. But I'm not getting hit by these. Every time this goes down, it's like I just gained another so many percent. It's not about how much money you have to spend on your stock, or your crypto, or your commodities, or your ounces of silver and gold, or yada, yada, yada. It's about the quantity you have. When somebody says they have 10,000 XRP, I don't care when they bought it. As long as you have the money to buy 10,000 XRP in the future, that's going to be something spectacular. But if you bought it at $1.98 and spent $20,000 on it, compared to me buying it right now and I can do it for $5,900, well, there's the issue, guys. I didn't have $20,000 to spend on XRP. I now have $6,500 by building my shares up again after selling out a bunch to buy commodities. But you guys all know the story. For anybody who's new, the story is, started on YouTube, I had about 1,800, 2,000 in XRP. Over the next couple weeks, while XRP was trading between the 45 to 56 range, I put in another up to $3,500 at an average price of about 47 cents on 7,000 shares. Well, it proceeded to run up in the next month up to $1.98 or in the next 2 months. And I sold out at an average of $1.77. So do the math. And then I had a few swing trades here and there. But I got caught up on a fee with Dogecoin because I wasn't familiar with Upholds or crypto in general because I was just holding. That was the first time I ever bought crypto with XRP. And I tried for years, or not years, but for months, and it was regulated, but then I found Uphold. So when I tried to buy Doge, it charged me on like $14,000, like $900. And this was after I took out about $4,000 and put it into commodities, into gold, silver. I just bought physical metals with my Uphold card. Well, then Doge takes a $900 hit. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And it was high volatility, and I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize the spread was so wide. So then what ends up happening is Doge goes up like 8% after I bought it, which barely, I don't even know if it covered what it did cover it, but not by much. Well, when I sold back out, I was out by like $400 still because of the big spread. So then I decided to take out, as you guys know, death and family, blah, blah, blah. I took out like $6,000 for expenses and stuff. So then I told my audience, I took out, bought my metals, more ounces of silver. And I took down to 3,500. I said, I'm going to build this 3,500, and you guys are going to watch it over the years, and that's how I'm going to make my million, and you guys are going to see it live. Well, over the last few months, the market proceeded to go down by 60% since I did that. Well, I proceeded to build it up to over 6,500. Yes, it's a slow and steady process, but now when the market comes up, I've got all that money, no position to buy the bottom, not to buy 10,000 XRP. You have to, go on the side of 8 Mile and do naughty stuff. Now I just use my technical analysis and I'm waiting for it to come to my price. So I have no qualms about waiting. Yes, it sucked when I seen XRP when it was way up there after I sold and it went down and then it went up. Had fantastic swing trades along the way. The point is my goal is to have 10,000 XRP, 10,000 DGB, 10,000 ZIL, 10,000 VChain, 10,000 XLM, and that all has to happen. And you're talking about right now in $6,500. It seems impossible until you start to realize if XRP's at 40 cents, even 48 cents, can get 10,000 XRP easy. Get 10,000 ZIL, VChain, and DGB for under 1,000. Get 10,000 at that point. You can get 10,000 XLM around 13 cents. Now, when you start to add it all up, now $6,500 doesn't seem unreasonable. And then if I had to, and I come up short by about $500, I can always pull out $500. That's not 20 grand. I can do that easy. But now you start talking $5 grand, it ain't happening. But $500, okay. 1,000, okay. If I have to. It's not like I'm not getting paid. So, but you guys are going to see it. Like I always tell my audience, the only difference between me being a millionaire and showing you this and not being a millionaire, you're just seeing it happen in real time. You guys have seen me exponentially grow my gold and silver ounces and physicals. You guys have seen me buy platinum. You guys see me building into commodity stocks as they have tanked by 70%. This all leads to one place, ladies and gentlemen. I've only got my net worth. I've got about 25% in fiat. That's it. Probably 60% in gold and silver bullion. And platinum about 3%. So I know what I'm doing, and it's going to take time. But when inflation happens, it's not about how much you spend. It's about how much you have. And right now I'm feasting on people that are nervously selling all their stuff or getting hammered because of hopium and the crypto. So if you're watching me, I have your best interest at heart because I'm doing it personally. Gone from broke 3 years ago, 10,000, 15,000 owed to creditors and debt, 450 credit score, living in a trailer. Told the story a million times, but for my new audience, 3 years later, no debt. 720 credit score, $250,000 house, and I've got approaching $30,000 in gold and silver bullion. Obviously, I've got my 6,500 on here. I've got 4,000 or 5,000 that are sprinkled into commodities or liquid at this point. Got 2,000 to the side for PBG or PBR, as you guys know, the Brazilian crude oil, and it pays a 15.8% dividend. So come a long way, but the next part, that was the hard part. This is the easy part. Being financial set now, not having to worry every day. This is the easy part. And I want you guys to enjoy this part. Some of you are where I was just at a couple years ago. Some of you are farther than I am now. Some of you started in better or worse spots. But the point is you need a leader you can trust. And I am that very person. And I'm not shy about sharing my struggles. Because my struggles are what got me here. My commitment, my dedication, and my hard work paid off. So, Bitcoin, bottom line, support at 36,226, and the reason I share that is hope. Hope is a powerful thing. 36,226 is the underneath support. We're at 36,761, so we bounced on this area right here where we talked about here, but I'm deleting this area now. Even though we're bouncing on it, we've got to get this range out because now we stopped ranging. I'm going to show you something. Once we went past here and broke down to here, we stopped this range. How we were in here between these two, we were going from here to here until we broke down. Now we can't say we're just ranging in here, so now we bring it out to where the other spot was the real support. And now we can delete this for all intents and purposes and say this overhead resistance line we created where we're getting stuck in this like we talked about, that takes precedent. Now this is how you let the charts unfold and how you can stay one step ahead. Now we're trading within this, so it can be in an ever-expanding range. But once you break down and do that, you're bearish. Or once you break up and do this, you're bullish. That's how easy this is. The only problem is the bullish is right to there because you got the short-term moving average and the 20-day. And we're having like these crosses to the downside, which aren't necessarily good because the 4-hour time frame, we're starting to cross back into these bearish crosses because we're very bearish. But it looks like we're going to do something like that. So just pay attention to XRP. Bitcoin and now XRP. I know it's been a long update, but it's been a very informative update, and I'll do it again if I have to. 100 times over. If you have one voice of reason you can trust, well, why not me? I have a proven track record. All you have to do is go watch my history over the last 11 months on YouTube. There's nobody, I can guarantee you nobody, who's this accurate, who can predict things on the fly as patterns are happening and can shun the FUD as good as I can. I don't pay attention to the noise because I can see what's happening on the charts, and I am up to date on the ISO and on the SEC case and on XRP more than anybody could ever dream to be. So that's what I'm seeing still. So with XRP, it's the same thing. I'm ridding some zones here. This 5993 doesn't matter. We range past it. 60465, I couldn't care less about. The 61140 is my ultimate because that's the 23.6, I believe, fib. And then 62467, don't care about anymore. Now I only care about 65572 because that ranging is over. So this would take precedent if we actually had a run. You get up here, a little bullish, but this is going to take precedent and probably knock us back down without any volume. And then with this, you keep this until you can break to this level. Once you break this key level, then this goes goodbye-bye. Once you break 58,869, then you take away the 58,869. We've had some wicks, but nothing major. So once you get rid of that, then you know your range is opening up from 61,140, which is the fib extension, and down to 56,380. And then it becomes a bigger picture. Then once you break 56,830, then you have a wider range of 54,837, which is that double bottom, and the top fib, which is 61,140. So this is how it could start bouncing, right? And then it comes down, and then you start to bounce, and then you could range to break all these levels. So that's why right now, and I'm going to show you it as simple as I can. That's why right now, and then we'll get to the price volume trend, what I was trying to show you before. 58, right? And then it comes up here, 61, 56, 58. And then you delete these sections. 54, retrace up to the old 23.6 fib, which conveniently enough in the 4-hour time frame is the short-term 20-day moving average. Then it could help precede the bounce down to about 52. Then you could have a retest of 58 and bounce to 48, or the retest of 52 ends up creating a V, right? Which I showed you the 48B just so you could see what could possibly be playing out. And then this is what could propel you up. And then you would know if it did something like that. A lot to take in, but that's exactly what you might have for a pattern setup here coming up. Minus that 48 drop initially. I'm talking about the 52 to 58, down to 48, then back up, right? Because you could have a 48 up to 58, retest that old fib, the drop, not the fib, but the drop point right there. And then come back down to 48, then pop back up and retest the 61. This should actually be, if this was perfect, this should actually be to the 6144 fib extension. Because then if you broke that, then you could be off to the races with that bounce at 65.5. So that's what I'm seeing for XRP. And I really think it's going to play out something like that. If you play off the fibs, if you play off of my support resistance lines I put here, they're here for a reason. I know they don't seem to make sense right now. But with all these here, that means there's a lot of bounce points that have to play out right now. Until I start deleting some of these. You look at the price volume trend, what I was trying to show you earlier. See how this tanked? See how the price volume trend is tanking? Now, when you look at this in comparison, and I have it up here big time. So we're coming through these areas. Look just at my price volume trend. Simple moving average, 21 close. So minus 38.954. So then you look to see. Up here we had 17 million in volume when we were trying to make these runs. 22. And look how much we're dropping as we came up here. Let's follow this right here. See? We started at 22 million when we dropped. So we had 22 million worth of sellers right there. We come up here. Now we're only finding 16 million in volume. Now 16 million, we drop and we're back up to 27. Follow me. Chart to come back up, right? Still so much volume that we have to keep coming down. Now we're at 38 million. Now we're at 41 million. So we've got 41 million compared to when we tried to pump. We've got 3 times more dump volume. So this is nowhere near being done. And even when you try to find these volumes where you start to increase right here, there's 40 million. It's not increasing on the volume coming in on the average. It's actually more. So You got 38 million here. The average stays the same. It's actually going down. See how it goes down as you're going up? That's very bearish. Again, 38.7. We get to the top of this little pump, 37.7. We get to the bottom right here, and we're at 39. We get on this little pump, 39.4. And you can see there's no volume extra coming in, but then we start dumping and more volume comes in. Then we come down here, and we're at 41. Then we start to get a little pump, and now we're at 40.9. Then right when we start dumping, it's back up 41. So every time positive volume comes in, it always decreases. It brings down the average volume, which means there's no positive volume coming in. And based on the price volume trend, I expect this to start layering down. And then you might get a bounce like this. But you're going to start layering down in this, and it's going to be brutal. And you can see exactly what I showed you in the price volume trend. Very informative update. Make sure to hit that like button. Consider joining Tom's Army. I want to read this, and then we're going to go out on one more informative piece about Ripple and how their plans to go public. So after they're to go public, I'm going to show you what they're going to try to do. So embracing the future of crypto in 2022, Ripple XRP and Seesaw Protocol, SSW. Get familiar. I'm familiarizing you right now. So it is generally agreed, even by cynics, that cryptocurrency is in the future of finance. There are more than 17,000 coins on leading listing site CoinMarketCap at the time of writing. 2021 saw historic gains from almost every major cryptocurrency, with some tokens seeing increases in the millions of percent. As a result, 2022 is being tipped as the perfect time to release a new project, Seesaw Protocol SSW. Notable new releases of the year. I don't even care about it, but I figured I would read it because that's probably one you're going to want to not buy right now. Perhaps the biggest coin that did not enjoy a successful of a year in Ripple XRP. Ripple is a top 10 cryptocurrency and is currently ranked 8th with a total crypto market cap of $28 billion. It began 2021 at 24 cents and saw a high of $1.83. That's not true. It saw a high of $1.97, but okay. Unlike almost all major cryptocurrencies, however, XRP did not stay at all-time high. It didn't reason for this. The major reason for this is troubles with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, which sued then began court proceedings with Ripple in December 2020. XRP's future vision in the SEC case. Ripple XRP was accused of having failed to register their ongoing offer and sell billions of XRP to retail investors. So this is just the reason I decided to do this, is you can probably already put together now, is I showed you that video to start, and now for anybody who doesn't understand what that video was saying, here's a little bit of information to back you up on the case. So billions of XRP to retail sellers, which deprive potential purchases of adequate disclosures about XRP and Ripple's business and other important long-standing protections that are fundamental to our robust public market system. It is widely believed that the price of XRP has been held back by this ongoing court case. Comparably sized cryptos like Binance, CoinBNB, and Cardano ADA rose by more than 1,700 and 1,600%. To further demonstrate this, XRP was once the third biggest cryptocurrency behind only Bitcoin and Ethereum. Guys, I'm telling you, this all staged. When it comes time, you better have your XRP and XLM and ISO coins for that matter. The real-world application of Ripple and its native token XRP make it one of the biggest utility coins available. It offers swift international transactions with low cost, something which has become ever more attractive in recent times. Ripple has also made partnerships with existing financial giants that can provide a way into the world of digital currency for big banks, for example. It has been claimed that XRP could be the future reserve currency. If Ripple can shake off the SEC, it will be relisted on major exchanges. In addition, its price should skyrocket beyond its current valuation of 58 cents, and its market cap should see it comfortably into the top 5 cryptocurrency once again. And this is the Seesaw Protocol. And it's interesting because it is a utility bridge, so that's why I wanted to tell you guys about it. I don't get paid for any of this shit, but it's part of something that I've been reading on, and hey, if I'm reading on it, maybe you guys want to know about it. So the Seesaw Protocol SSW provides a utility bridge. Seesaw Protocol SSW aims to provide an innovative solution to congested networks and slow transaction speeds on some major blockchains. SSW will allow its users to conduct cross-chain swaps from the Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Ethereum networks. In a market where NFTs are so popular and the vast majority of NFTs are bought and sold with Ethereum, SSW can make this emerging market more accessible. Another advantage of Seesaw Protocol SSW is how it incentivizes longer-term holdings. There is a 3% buy fee and a 5% sale fee on each respective transaction. So that's 8%. You better hope you make more than 8%, which is then invested in the liquidity of the token. A percentage of each transaction is also distributed as a bonus to its existing holders. The SSW presale offers even more bonuses that are higher for early investors, from 7% the first month to 5% and 3%, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, that's interesting. So that's what we're seeing. So I just want to see where XRP's price is at before I show you this last thing, and then I'm letting you guys go. Oh yeah, and PBR, like I said, we were going to start retracing. We have come down, as you know, not a huge retrace, but we did. If you would have sold at the $14 level, we're down to about $13.25. So now you got to make your decision. Are we going to hold the 20-day moving average and the 200-day? And we're down better than 7%. So if you sold and now you save 7%, there is a 15.8 dividend. I have not bought back yet. Waiting to see kind of how it shakes out here. But as you can see, crude oil is getting ready to make another move. And if that's the case, PBR is going to get going. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Total crypto market cap's at 1.67 trillion. I guess we could stop in there real quick, since most of the audience is probably gone, so you guys get bonus. 1.652 trillion is the support. 1.701 trillion is the resistance, but I have a feeling we're going to come back down to 158 and retest that area, and then we're going to go farther. So, and then XRP is still at 6228, and you've got Bitcoin at 36,748. XLM is ranging right now, so we can't delete that. It's between 1899. Actually, it's a little lower. 1892 and 1945. We break that, we're going immediately to 17.3. And then DGB, we're at resistance right now at 2117. We've come down a little bit, but if we fail this again, it's pretty obvious we're going to come down to 1748 immediately. There is one scenario where DGB could get tops out of this and then do something like that, so that's what we're watching for. That's less likely, probably only a 30 to 35% chance, so don't get caught up there either. No, it's okay. Sorry, Julie yelled because our son jumped on the couch. So we're going to be ending this update here in a second. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure, if you're considering to join Tom's Army, you get the special telegram. It is lit. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we've been talking a lot of information. We have 146 members, which is the most we've ever had. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for sitting through this incredibly tedious and long update. So I want to finish this out by watching this. Not this
But it's
guy.
happening.
We've already seen him, but this is the Ripple, and it's going public after winning it says it will go public after winning its case against the SEC. Good news for all XRP investors. So this would be a great catalyst once this case ends. Another reason why XRP is just going to fucking explode.
$1 billion, a major milestone for the ProShares Bitcoin strategy, or BITO, is flat on the session. And the price of XRP right now relatively unchanged at around 62 cents, but the value of Ripple nearly doubling in the last 24 hours after the company announced a Series C buyback from shareholders. Ripple's latest valuation, $15 billion, a major milestone for the company.
Remember, we talked about this in an update a couple days ago, how their valuation went from 10 to 15 billion. That's incredible.
That currently is tied up in a pretty contentious battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission. To Charlie Gasparino with more on what this could mean for the case and for Ripple.
Yeah, and Liz, we do have some breaking news from the company is telling Fox Business exclusively that if they do win this case, and they say part of the reason why they're buying back the shares, the private shares, is because they feel very confident they're going to win the case, is that they plan on going public right after the verdict comes in. So they're telling us this exclusively. They believe their chances are very good. Obviously, it's they may be talking their own book here, but clearly there's a lot of tongues wagging about why they would just turn around and issue XRP, which is kind of their native currency. They say it's not related to Ripple, but the Ripple founders created the XRP, the cryptocurrency. They're selling that, and they're selling that to both pay their legal bills and presumably to buy back these shares. And, it caught the market by surprise yesterday. We were probably the only major outlet that reported this. We were first to report it yesterday. And it values the company, they say, at $15 billion, which is a good thing. But people are looking at this a lot of different ways. They're saying, oh, maybe they're buying it back to limit their liability to outside investors if they should lose the case. When we asked Ripple, they're like, no. We feel very confident. We believe we're buying it back because we're confident in our position. And guess what? As soon as we win, we're going public. Ripple does have an all-star team of lawyers. Everybody from Mary Jo White to Professor Grunfest, they got them. They got major firms, Devil Voice, Plimpton, you name it. They're there. They're on Ripple's side to fight the SEC case, which essentially says the XR.
Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. I wear glasses 'cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days. Join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month.